So once again, good morning, Ariana. It's nice to see you again. How was your weekend?
It was very good.
Okay, that's great. I'm glad to listen that. Okay, so Ariana, as you know, as usual, every Monday we started checking the homework, right? But the idea for today is to take advantage of the time and I started with the new topic, okay? Because the homework was like a listening practice, right? Okay, so I'm going to share my screen right now. So today the idea is to talk about preposition of time. Sorry, make a mistake here. I made a mistake here. Of time in, on, at specifically, right? So we're going to check the explanation in the book in page 122. So let's move to the book. And here's the explanation. So could you start reading this first part of the explanation, please?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm going.
Prepositions add in and on in time expression. Uh, we use add with uh, points of a time
Mhm.
at is 3 o'clock at the end of the lesson at midnight. Meal times we can meet at breakfast, the weekend, Christmas, and Easter. Why don't we go to the cinema at the weekend? Night when talking about it a night in general. I prefer to study at night because it's
Okay.
quieter.
Yes, you're right.
Quieter.
Good job. So
Um,
far we have four
no.
uses for at
Mhm.
as preposition of time. We need to be careful here because, for example, in and on are also preposition of place, but in this case, it's focused on preposition of time. So, point of time, when we talk about the or, the time, right? At the end of the lesson or at the end or at midnight, right? Okay, meal times, at breakfast, at lunch, at dinner, right? That's easy. Let me see something is maybe Mr. Javier. Yes, join. I'm going to move him. Okay. In special days like the weekend, Christmas days, and Easter. And finally, when we talk about the night. Okay, so far so good. And it is. Note, on the weekends is common in American English. So we need to be careful with this. It's not exactly a mistake. It is used in American English on the weekend. Now I'm going to read in. It says we use in for periods of time. In 2014, in April, in the summer, in 19th century, for parts of the day. Okay, first of all, period of time. We need to be careful with this. Period of time. Okay. Then for part of the day, Paola often has a short sleep in the afternoon, right? But Paola slept for 2 hours on Sunday afternoon. Okay, to say the period of time before something happened or how long something takes. I will be going to the university in 6 weeks' time. He did the reading task in just 30 minutes. Good morning, Mr. Javier. How are you doing? Welcome.
Good morning, teacher. Not bad for today. Hello, Ariana.
So, Mr. Javier, we're talking about preposition of time in, on, at. So far we checked at says we use at for point of time at 3 o'clock, at the end of the lesson, at midnight. Meal times at breakfast, at lunch, at dinner, for a special occasion like at the weekend, at Christmas, at Easter. And we talk about the night, at night. And it says note on the weekend, on instead of at. It is common in American English. So we need to be careful with this. In British English, we use at the weekend. On American English, we can say on the weekend, right? That's the difference. Then we talk about in. In is used for period of time. We need to be careful with this period of time because it's not enough specific. We're going to check it later. Part of the day, but notice here in part of the day we say at 9, right? And at midnight. So usually part of the day, like in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, but at midnight, at 9, right? There's some exception. So we need to be careful with that. And finally, to say the period of time before something happened or how long something takes. I will be going to the university in 6 weeks' time. This will be something happens, right? A period of time before something happens. And how long something takes, he did the written task in just 30 minutes. How long something takes, right? Okay, before to continue, I'm going to take advantage and I'm going to take the attendance before I forget. Give me a moment. And so far, if you have any question, please don't hesitate. So give me a moment, I'm going to send this screenshot. Come on, come on, come on, come on. WhatsApp web. What happened? Give me a moment. It's not working, WhatsApp web. I don't know why. Ay, Diosito. Give me a moment. Come on, computer, you can do it. Okay. Now it's working. Sorry for the delay. It's taking some minutes. WhatsApp web is not working. Oh, okay. Now it works, I think. You can do it, WhatsApp web. In the meantime, let's check on while WhatsApp web load the chats. Okay, so finally we have on. It says we use on for particular days. This is more specific. Here we need to be careful. Particular dates or part of the day or type of days. He was born on July 13. So notice it's different to say in July that on July 30, right? Because 13, this is more specific. What are you doing on Sunday? Days of the week, Sunday night. I got married on Sunday in August. But as we mentioned the day of the week, we need to use on. And for period of time, we use in. August, right? Months are period of time. So we use in. Okay, give me a moment. AB2 absent. What happened with Angelique? Okay, now we can continue. So far, do you have any question? Okay. So now we're going to check it at, in, on to express location, like preposition of place, right? We use at when we think of a place as a point, not an area, including at home, at school, at work, at university. The postman is at the front of the door to talk about, I'm going to highlight this, to talk about an event with a number of people. So I see you at the party tonight. At the party, an event with people, right? For address, the party is at 367 Wood Avenue, right? This is talking about location. Then we have in. It has more uses. It says, when we think of a place as an area or a space. So Olga lives in Petersburg. Sonia lives in a large house in the country. Area or space. For cars and taxis. Cars and taxis. Sorry. Cars and taxis. I love listening to music when I'm in the car. Inside the car, right? Or a taxi. Normally with in class, in hospital, in prison, in court. So with these specific nouns. So in class, in hospital, in prison, in court. Patrick is in hospital with a broken leg. With people or things for lines. We stood in the ticket queue for hours. So queue means cola, right? So with people or things which form lines. En colas, en líneas. Okay, for the war, he reputed to be one of the richest men in the world. So with the now war. So class, hospital, prison, court, and war. We use in. We can use in as a place, as an area or a space, right? In Petersburgo, in a large house in the country, in taxis and cars, in class, in hospital, in prison, in court, with people or things which form lines and for the war. So far, do you have any question? So we have 3 uses for at, and we have 5 uses for in, right? So we need to be careful with this one. When we think of a place as a point, not as an area, as a point of reference, right? When you're talking about where is something, he's at the door, or he's at the front of the door, or he's behind the window, something like that, as a reference point, at. But a specific, as a area or as a space, we use in, right? Okay, at home, in home. Okay, let me see. So we continue here. So far, do you have any question? We almost finished the explanation. We started practicing. So it says we use on to talk about a position in contact with a surface. Remember, on means sobre, but on have to touch the surface. Se tienen que estar tocando, right? When it's on, there's touching the surface. There's an insect on your forehead. In your forehead. She lay on the beach all day. With cows rode to the outskirts of the edge or border way from, etc. So with these places, codes, roads, outskirts, the edge of, border, the way from, we can stop at my village, which is on the way to Madrid. On the way to Madrid. With means of transport apart from cars and taxis. So I always get frightened of planes. So we use on for means of transport except taxis and cars, right? For technology, he's been on the phone for hours. I found out about it on Facebook. So on for technology. On Facebook. With left and right. Talk to a student on your right, left and right. And finally, with premises, farm, for floor, island, and list. It is on the 5th floor. You're not on my list of students for this class. So, premises, farm, floor, island, and list. These nouns. Okay, when you finish taking notes, let me know. We can start practicing, okay? And of course, if you have any question, let me know because I know it's a lot of information. When you finish taking notes, I would like to start with a game in booklet, okay? And then we can come back to the book to try to change a little bit. So, when you're ready, get in booklet, please. By the way, here you are the code. Remember, if you have any question, please let me know. Don't hesitate it. Remember, when you are taking notes, just write the main ideas, the key information, right? It's not necessary to write the complete test. So are you ready? Are you joining booklet? Yes? No? Okay, thank you, Diana. This game is for add in on as preposition of time. Talking about time, okay? Just time in this case. I'm going to send you through the chat this chart with these examples. So let me see. Chat. Here you are. Okay, you're ready. So let's start. Ariana, could you share your screen, please? While you're playing, please. Okay. Remember, this is just for time. If you have a doubt about any of the question, you can take a screenshot and we can check it, okay? Yana, you're doing pretty good because it's a part of the day, right? Period of time. Is specific. You're doing pretty good. Mr. Harry is taking a lot of money from Ariana. You're doing pretty good. How are you doing, Mr. Javier? Everything is okay? Okay, great. Thank you. You're so quiet today. That's specific. Period of time. Part of the day. You're right, Ariana. Awesome. Specific, right? Period of time. Mhm. Summer is a period of time, right? Okay, time is over. So good job, you too. Let me see. So Ariane is the winner, and Mr. Here is the second one. So far, do you have any question? This is preposition of time. On, in, at, right? So far, so good. Okay, the idea is to practice this same preposition as preposition of place, but before to start with that practice, I would like to show you something. So let's check together the chart I sent you through the chat. Let me see. Because there are some important examples, right? So, for example, with preposition at, we have. Okay, Mr. Javier, could you read it? I would like to hear you because you two are so quiet today. So, could you hear this chart, please, these examples?
Okay. What example I can read?
This one, the old chart, please.
Okay. At your my house, the festival and the party, the theater, and your hotel, and the concert, at my school, at the camp, and the university, the beach, at the airport. I can see the next
At the seaside.
uh, at the seaside, uh, in the world, in the city, in the mountains, in the country, in the town, in the sky, in the hotel, in a car, in this area, in the countryside, in the street, in the sea, on the beach, on the train, on the island, on the farm, on the outskirts, on the floor, on the beach, the bus, on the road, the plane.
Okay, thank you. I would like to highlight something here. So now here in at we have at hotel, I think, right? See, at the hotel, at your hotel. And in as well, we have in the hotel, right? So the difference is with at, you're using hotel as a point of reference, right? And with in, you are inside of the hotel, right? That's the difference. We need to be careful with that. And in is missing the last one. It says in the traffic jam, como en un trancón, right? Okay, so far so good. I would like to show you something else before to continue. This image summarized as preposition of place. So, time of the day, in the morning, in the evening. Seasons, that's a period of time, right? Spring, summer, winter. Years, 1901, 2010. In months, because are period of times. January, April, June, July, etc. On days of the week, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, holidays, Christmas, on my birthday, on Easter's, right? Dates. Notice this is more specific. August 50, 2023, March 18, and at exact time, 3 o'clock, at 20 past 4, at midnight, at noon, at 9, at the weekend, right? These are short summaries. So now we're going to try with another gaming booklet, but this time we're going to work on add as place for places, okay? So I'm going to host the game. Give me a moment. I forgot to host the game. Let me see, just 5 minutes is enough. Okay. So host. And this time I would like that Mr. Javier share your screen, okay? Because if I share my screen, we watch nothing, your scores. Okay, I send you the code for the chat, okay? This is the last game in booklet for today. I think this is a little bit harder. Anyway, so far you're doing pretty good. Okay, I'm going to come back here because it could be useful. Okay, welcome, Mr. Javier. Welcome, Ariana. So let's start it. So let's see. Thank you, Mr. Javier. You're so kind. On. Remember, I sent you the chart through the chat. You can check out that chart. When we talk about a country, we use in, right? In Korea. Okay, you're right. Okay, well done. Notice it's talking about the country. Well done, Mr. Javier. Road for road. Awesome. School. You got it. Congratulations. Ah, is that because it's a reference point, right? In this case, it's verb to be. For she, the verb to be. Okay, you're right. In a place, an open space. An area. In, right? For countries, we use. Okay. Okay, question now repeating, but repetition is a good way to learn, right? Because sometimes we make some mistakes. What a shame. Ariana, what happened? You're so cruel. No, it's Javier, what a shame. When we talk about floor, okay. On, right? This is a reference point. So we use, well done. For road, way, we use time is almost over. It's 30 seconds left. Okay. Ariana, what happened? You're taking a lot of money. You're stealing. Okay. Time is over. So, Mr. Hagar, the second one, and Ariana, the first one. So, good job. Do you have any questions so far about this topic? Okay, so now I would like you write two sentences per each preposition. So, one sentence using in as preposition of time, and one sentence use in as preposition of place. One sentence use on as time, and one use on as place. And one sentence use at as place and at as time. Okay? So go ahead. 6 sentences total, right? Go ahead. It is clear, the activity. Okay, go ahead, please. By the way, at the end of the class, I would like to explain you the new extra tasks for practice your oral production. This time will be a little bit more challenging. It's not easy, but I would like to try it, okay? But I'm going to explain it at the end. Okay, Ariana, thank you. Could you read your sentences aloud?
I usually wake up at 8 a.m. My birthday is in June. We met on a Monday afternoon. And then the preposition of
Place.
place. Yes. Let's meet at the bus stop. My keys are in my backpack. There is a picture on the wall.
Awesome. Good job. Thank you so much. Notice you use at as point of reference at the bus stop. Okay, good job. Well done. Ariana, congratulations. Let's give a moment to Mr. Javier to to finish, reading his sentences. So far, Ariana, everything is okay, right? Okay, great. Thank you. Remember, if you have any question, let me know. You're doing pretty good. You're so smart. You too. Okay, Mr. Javier, go ahead, please.
Okay, with at, the wife can meet me at the dinner next to the job. Today I wanna need to rest at home. With him in 2022, graduate the university. I done my homework in 30 minutes. With I was born in June 1982. My best place to race is on the beach.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay. So it's missing 10 minutes, so let's do a little bit more of practice before the explanation for the next activity. So I'm going to share my screen with some online exercises this time. So these are for place, right? As preposition of place. So Ariana, the first one.
They are sitting mm, eh, at the table.
Let's try. Thank you. Number two, Mr. Javier.
I want to spend a year in Barcelona.
In Barcelona. Ariana.
The milk isn't in the fridge. Where is it?
Thank you. Mr. Javier, go ahead.
Is Peter office the first on the second floor? In the first on the second floor.
Are you sure about this one with floor? Let's find out. Ariana, go ahead. Remember that my mistake is correct. We learn a lot of mistakes. So Ariana, go ahead, please.
Uh, why are all these clothes on the bed?
On the bed. Sorry. Okay, on the bed. Number six, Mr. Javier.
Is put the clothes in the wardrobe.
Okay. And number seven, Ariana.
Are you at home?
Number eight, Mr. Javier. Okay, I think he's busy. Ariana, could you help me with this one, please?
Yes. I don't want to see her at the party tonight.
Goodbye. Mr. Javier, are you ready?
Okay. I like the sea. Would I prefer swimming on a swimming pool?
On. Let's check it. And finally, Mr. Javier, please, the number 10.
Please tell me when you are on the bus.
Okay, now let's check your answers, okay? Okay, just two mistakes. You did it pretty good, so let's check the mistakes. First of all, remember that with floors, when we talk about floors, we use on. The first or the second floor. Okay. And here it says, I prefer swimming in because it's inside the water, right? Inside the pool. Está adentro. That's why it's swimming in, okay? You did it pretty good. Remember, we use in when we talk about means of transport just for car or taxi. For the others, like bus, train, airplanes, we use on. Okay, you two did it pretty good. Congratulations. Well done. So now here, let's write as preposition of time. So, Ariana, the first one.
See you on on Friday.
Okay, good job. Mr. Javier, go ahead.
Brush my teeth in the morning.
In the morning. Okay, number 3, Ariana.
The match is at.
You're right. Easy with time, right? Okay, so Mr. Javier, number 4.
We have lunch in midday.
Sorry, okay. Ariana,
I'm
Esta señora me da.
busy at the moment.
yes, thank you. Ariana, let's continue. I think Sarah is a little bit busy.
My parents always visit me on my birthday.
Mr. Javier, number 7.
He was born. It was born in century in 19th century.
It's a period of time, right? Okay. Number 8, Mr. Javier, please.
He usually goes on holiday in July.
In July. Number 9, Ariana, please.
They always get get together at Christmas.
At Christmas, okay. And finally, Ariana, go ahead, please.
You can come at the weekend.
Okay, thank you. Now we're going to check your answers. So we have one mistake, just one. That's awesome. So let's find out what is the mistake is. It is here. We have lunch at midday. Okay, usually, remember that usually with part of the day, it's true we use in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, but at night, at midnight, at midday, right? With this specifically, we use at. Anyway, you did it pretty good. Awesome. Congratulations. So far, so good. Okay, so before finish, I would like to explain you the next activity. I'm going to send you explanation through the chat. I'm going to share my screen with an example and we're going to check. So the activity is called Pecha Cocha. I think we can do this for next week because I mentioned it before, it's really challenging, okay? So, a Pecha Cocha is a PowerPoint presentation in which you just include images, notice, just images. Of course, the images have to be related with a specific topic, right? So, it says, explanation, let me see something. Pecha Cocha is a presentation style using 20 slides. This is important. It has to be exactly 20. Notice. It's 21 here, but because the first slide is the presentation, is the introduction. Then we have 20 images, right? Each slide displayed for a 20 seconds. It's going to be 20 seconds. You need to talk about these images during 20 seconds. After 20 seconds, the image is going to change to the next one. And the idea is you connect your ideas. I mean, if you were talking about nature here, for example, you're using this as a way to tell an story, right? So you say, I went to camp last weekend and I found a lake with a beautiful scene, blah, 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 blah. And then the image change, right? So notice we change like a forest for a desert. I enjoyed so much the experience that I decided to try with a different space. So I went to a desert, right? So you need to keep talking and to connect your ideas. That's why it's not easy. That's really challenging, right? It says, advance automatically, so the presentation must deliver the thought within total 6 minutes and 40 seconds. This is the time you need to talk constantly, right? It is a fast-paced, visual storytelling format that forces conscience and relies on striking images to combine a message. So, in conclusion, it is a PowerPoint presentation with 20 images. Each image is 20 seconds. You need to talk about what you see or you can to prepare an story, right? But each time the image change, you need to connect your ideas, what you were telling with the new image, okay? So the idea is that for next Monday, because I know this is not easy, it's extremely challenging, you need to prepare your own pecha kucha. I mean, you're going to choose whatever you want, the topic. It's a free topic, right? You're going to choose the images. Remember, it's just images. There's no test, just images. And you're going to prepare your ideas, your speech, the history you're going to tell us through these images. I recommend you to not to memorize. Don't prepare like a test you memorize to tell us, because when you memorize something like that, if you forgot a word, you get blank, you get low. So write your main ideas, think about it, and then try to do it more spontaneous, okay? Or you can prepare a script but don't memorize. Just read it and try to put that script in your own words. It's a best way to try to do this kind of exercises, okay? So far, it is clear. You need to prepare a PowerPoint presentation with 20 images and your speech, okay? Tell me, Ariana.
A question. The images must be different.
Yes,
Different.
but linking with the same topic, because in the other way it's going to be even harder to try to tell something, right? To try to match their ideas. You need to be careful with that. You can look for examples in Google or on YouTube, but it's most like you need to improve your art skills. It's a good way to improve your art skills, okay? So for next Monday, you have a way to prepare it. Okay, thank you. So let me see. Let me see something. Mr. Javier, could you bear with me some minutes more, please? Okay, thank you. So, Ariana, you can leave now. Thank you so much. You did it pretty good.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Take care. See you tomorrow. Mr. Javier, could you show me your face for a while? I need to take another screenshot. Okay, thank you.
I
Okay,
break
that's enough. You can
for
continue having your breakfast.
yeah before I go to the job.
No, no worries. I understand. I completely understand. It's just I need to take a screenshot when we finish the class. Let me see something. I can't forget about this. So, so I'm going to show you the last exercise, a couple of exercises more, and that's all, okay? So I think the most difficult is with as preposition of place. So I'm going to share. We have 1 minute left, so let's try. So it's similar to the previous one. You need to choose it, the correct option, and this is a preposition of as preposition of place. So go ahead, please.
Okay, the museum is in.
Sorry, I make a mistake here. I'm making, okay. The museum is in the end of the street. Are you sure? Okay, we're going to check. Let's continue.
I study okay, at the University of Toronto.
Okay, thank you. Number 3.
This is the best film you can see. Uh, okay, I don't describe in the cinema. In the cinema,
Let's try. We're going to find out. Number 4.
where is Alice? She the attic. The attic is in the attic.
Okay, and let's try with number 5, and that's all.
People are usually nervous on the first date at work.
At work. So let's check these answers. Okay, it's of course because we make. So, first of all, at the end, remember when we talk with the end, when we use the expression the end, we use at. At the end of the class, at the end of the season, at the end of the day. And here, okay, at the cinema. With the cinema, with hotel, cinema, party, we use at, right? So this is the best field you can see at the cinema now. Okay, Mr. Javier, thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye bye.